Okay, can you add minimum now? Minimum, sorry, not minimum. Stores, how many stores have weekly sales below 0.5 million? So that's 500,000, right? So just adding your opposite filter. Okay. Sorry. How do we get the table? Okay. My mouse is lost. Okay, here we go. All right. So let me just delete it. So okay. So we have visuals. So here's option for table. So in blank space, just throw an empty table. So again, how do I know what I need to add to the table? So that's kind of back to the storyboard, right? I need to know what I want to present on this visual. Okay. So we know our point of interest is weekly sales. So I added that. Then of course we need data as well, right? Because it's weekly data. And also we have individual stores. So I added that too. So in that way my data is nicely sliced and diced based on date and store, right? So when I add, let's say, minimum weekly sales, I can simply sort my data in this table. If you click on the table header, it will sort ascending and descending, right? So I know that 209, yeah, that matches that 209.99. So that card is good. That's validated, right? So validation is really important because when you use multiple filters, sometimes the information is skewed based on the filter being selected. Okay. So same way I can now sort this data descending order from highest to lowest value, and we can kind of look into how many stores are there. So that way we kind of validated that too. Okay. Everybody good with that? There's always a bit of learning curve, right, when you use new tools. So that's okay. As long as you're exploring it, you'll get it. Okay. So while you guys are doing it, I'm going to throw this visual in and we'll make it for minimum right now. So stores above 3.5, and we will do title stores below 0.5, right? And background is going to be red, and we'll change filter is less than 500,000, right? So I have around 14 stores. You should be getting 14, right, which are less than 500,000. So we did exactly the same process. Change the filter from greater than to less than 500,000. Right? So that's why the storyboards are important. If you just simply launch a tool and start selling, you will stop. Then we'll go to Facebook. Then we'll go to Google, YouTube, right? And watch some videos and end of the day, right? So better go back to storyboards. Logical thinking is very important. So data analysis is more about problem solving, logical thinking. Rules come much later. Okay? Every time you get a new data set, there are new problems. Anybody struggling with this, you need to let me know. Otherwise, I can't see your screens. Table, sum of weekly sales, fund of sales, sales stage. So please add a date where you have proper format. Now I can make it clear. Maybe there's some problem with data. You know why that's blank? Because it printed on my was moving to the back. For some don't like it. Table. 52 bar. So you just kind of add a bar chart and sort it, right? Okay. Yeah, that's, you can do that. What if I ask you to display it as a card? How will you go about that? Because you can see, I mean, if you're doing a storyboard, which weeks had the maximum sales, which year has the highest total sales, and which month, right? So you can combine some of this information. So anyway, thoughts, how many numbers we are interested in here from your sales data? So your max is going to be only one number, right? In the entire data set. If I give you data, doesn't matter, 5 years, 10 years, if I say what's the maximum value, it's only one number, right? Okay? Unless there's kind of multiple years have exactly same sales, right? It's a continuous data, you're going to have only one number as max number. So we want to use top and filter to get the maximum sales. But instead of displaying the sales data, I want to display the week number. So again, you can use a card, even you can use multi-card, right? In case you want to display the year and month as well, right? Okay. So I'm going to call it max sales week. and we can convert it to, so we have card here, right? And here's the option for multi-row card, and our formatting stays same, right? Anybody thoughts what should be add? Count of week in the field. Okay, so you want me to add kind of sales date or week from, so reference date, we can add week here, and we'll change it to count. That what you're saying? Or do not summarize? I think do not summarize is better. Or you need to do distinct count. Well, let's see. We can check both. Okay, so this is here, and now what you're saying is we add a filter, right? Right. You need to tell me. I'm just following your lead. I don't know what to do here. Okay. So what should we do? Remove the old filter, or we can have top n, top 1, right? I just need the top entry in this data set. And we will apply this on weekly sales. Okay, so top and okay, I did it. So anybody thoughts? Nothing is happening. Anybody managed to get it? So we want to add the fields, and if we do that, which week number did you guys get? 52, right? And let's be more specific here. We can add year and let's say month as well, right? But make it do not summarize, right? Because otherwise it's just going to add the values. Or in this case it's going to be distinct count. Okay, yes, do not summarize. So that's on top, and yeah, do not summarize, right? So we know that week 52, which is the last week of 2010, and we had maximum sales, right? Same way you can get the minimum sales if you use the same multi-row card. So now you can do in filters, so that leave top n, but we'll use bottom 1. So that's your least value in the data set, right? So can you add, like, replicate this card and do bottom 1, right? Okay. Because what happens most of the times with the cards and multi-row cards, you're just playing around with filters to display the relevant information. Okay. So week with minimum sales now, right? Instead of maximum sales. So we'll call it min. And I'm going to play around with color, and here we go. And for the filter, it is going to be, so you should get it as week 49, right? 2010 month 12, or December 2010, week number 49. Any questions? else getting a different number? You all managed to get same? Year, month, week, and which month had the highest sales in 2011? Do we have that? Okay. Okay. Not in 2011, right? Which month had the highest sales in 2011? Anyway, thoughts? How would you go about that? Highest sales in 2011, month-wise, right? Yeah, we can select only 2011. Yeah, so now we're kind of switching to filters, right? Okay. So, right, so let's add so how shall we go about this? Shall we add a new label or sorry, new field, visual, then apply filter? What is your recommendation?
Already that we have made.
So which one would you like to pick up here? So max weekly sales. Okay, so let's take that. So again, guys, there could be more than one method, right? The whole idea is when you kind of do the storyboarding to kind of brainstorm the ideas, right? Okay. So, I mean, if you kind of try to play around with these, then you kind of lose the information that's already on the visuals. Okay. Okay. So we want to get highest. Oh, sorry. Which month has the highest sales in 2011? So we want to get the month. So what should we do here then? So add month, right? Okay. So I want to take out that and add month. And do not summarize, right? Count, distinct count. In the filter, we'll add year. So filter on this visual, let's throw in here. So we're saying basic filtering, 2011. Anything else we need here? Well, that won't give you the max sales, right? It's just giving you the last month. So we can add another filter. So weekly sales.